Hi, it's Roland here with the Canadian Wealth Builder. Let's talk about something almost all of us will face sooner or later, and that is buying a new car. Now, cars are often one of the biggest purchases people make outside of their home. But here's a few things. A car is not an investment. It's a depreciating asset. The moment you drive it off the lot, it starts to lose value. So the key is, if you need a new car, don't let it drain your financial wealth. Instead, make sure smart choices are had so that you can get the best value and keep more money working for you and building your wealth. So point number one is understand the car depreciation philosophy. So let's start with that. A brand new car loses around 20% of its value the very first year and about 50% of its value within the next 5 years, in the first 5 years. That means if you buy a $50,000 car in 5 years, it may only be worth about $25,000 if you're lucky. Now compare that to putting $50,000 into real estate, an index fund, or even precious metals. That money would likely be growing, not shrinking, and it would likely be growing at a very healthy pace. So that's why it's important to think strategically about how you buy a new car. The less you lose to depreciation, the more you keep to your wealth building purpose. Point number two, buy smart, not flashy. One of the biggest traps is buying more car than you actually need. Ask yourself, do I need the latest model? Or will a slightly older version do just the same job? Do I need all the bells and whistles, or do I need just a really solid, reliable transportation vehicle? A tip that you might want to consider is look for a car that's about 2 to 4 years old. At that point, the original owner has taken the biggest depreciation hit, but the car is still relatively new and often will have a warranty remaining. That way you get the great value, you avoid losing tens of thousands of dollars in the first few years, and you still have the security of a warranty and the safety and comfort of owning a relatively brand new car. Number three, I want to talk about financing versus paying cash. So let's talk money. Should you finance or pay cash? If you can buy a car outright without dipping into your emergency fund, it's often the best option. You avoid the interest costs completely. But if you do financing, shop around for the lowest rate. Credit unions and online lenders can often beat dealership financing, so don't just automatically take the financing from the dealer. And here's a wealth building perspective. Never let a car payment exceed 10 to 15% of your monthly income. Otherwise, your car is driving your money instead of you driving your car. And also, consider the total cost of ownership. The sticker price isn't the whole story always. Always think about the total cost of ownership, which includes insurance. For example, a flashy sports car costs a lot more to insure than a reliable sedan. Fuel economy. Gas does add up quickly. A fuel-efficient car saves you thousands of dollars over many years. Maintenance and repairs. Research the reliability ratings before buying a car. A cheaper car that's constantly breaking down isn't necessarily saving you money. A reliable car that needs very little maintenance will do that. Sometimes the car with a lower monthly payment can actually cost you a lot more in the long run once you consider all the costs associated with ownership of a vehicle. The point number five is negotiate and some buying tips that I would discuss with you. Do your research. Know the fair market value of the car before you step onto a car lot. Websites like Canadian Black Book or Auto Trader are your friends, and they have all that great information. Don't shop with emotions. Salespeople know how to sell the dream. Stick with your budget. And timing does matter. End of the month, end of the quarter, or end of the year, the dealers are more motivated to hit the sales targets, and they may offer you some better discounts. Consider certified pre-owned. You'll get a warranty protection at a fraction of the new car price. So protecting your wealth, the bottom line here is your car should be a tool that serves your life, not something that derails your wealth building journey. Buy used, not new, whenever you can. Keep your car as long as possible. Drive it for 10 years instead of 5 can literally save you tens of thousands of dollars. And always remember, the money you save on your car is money you can redirect into building real assets like real estate, investments, bullion, or even own your own business. A car is a tool. So if you need a new car, make it work for you, not against you. Don't let it drain your wealth. Drive smart and invest the rest of the savings that you saved into your wealth building. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel and share it with a friend. who could also benefit from subscribing to the Canadian Wealth Builder channel for practical tips on growing wealth the Canadian way. Thanks.